Hey everybody, welcome back. I'm sorry that it took me so long to record another video. I've been so busy, it's no excuse. I've been busy as ever. I don't got my couch potato hat on right now. I'm at work actually. It's early in the morning, 1:17. Late in the morning for others. I'm a third shifter. But man, I've been busy. It's no excuse. I should have been dropping these videos, but man, I've been just so many good opportunities been opened up for me. I'm telling you, once you give, you just, you receive. In the midst of the storm, it's crazy I say that right now because it's raining. It's raining. It looks like it's daytime, but it's raining outside. But anyway, in the midst of the storm, he is shining light. He or she is shine light. I know some people think, God is a female. I'm not here to argue about whether God is a female or male, but I am here. I don't even know what I'm going to title this video, but it's been way overdue. I have been recording. I got a couple. I have a stockpile. I have a couple videos that I haven't released. I haven't edited. But this video in particular, I don't have a name for it, a title for it, but it is way overdue. I've been meaning to make this video, especially I did something similar for the COVID-19 and the Black Lives Matter, but for George Floyd, the killing of George Floyd. And then recently we had that one in Kenosha, Wisconsin with Jacob Blake, who he didn't get killed, but he got shot 7 times in the back by the white police officer for no reason. He was just walking away, trying to get out of there. I don't know why he was trying to get out of there. I know that they said he was he was called there to break up a domestic situation. I know his kids was in the van, so maybe you're trying to get his kids out of there. Either way it go, there was no reason for that force, that 7 shots, that deadly force. He didn't die, he's paralyzed, but it was no reason for that deadly force. So I wanted to make a video regarding this pandemic. Everybody focusing on this COVID-19 pandemic. This Black Lives Matter pandemic is very serious. Wake up, y'all. Wake up, because, and I want to mention and talk about this for not just Jacob Blake and George Floyd, but there's a lot of different African Americans that have been killed or shot or harmed that shouldn't have been. So I want to talk about this because I've seen what really made me want to make this video and really tell you guys to wake up. And I ain't just talking to black African Americans. I'm talking about people of color, okay? That means Hispanic people as well. If you got some kind of color to your skin, then I'm talking to you, okay? But I seen a commercial. Right now it's election season. So you got Trump running. And I'm not even going to talk about Trump. I don't care if you're a Republican or Democrat. You have your choice. I'm not even going to go into Trump, okay? That's a whole nother video or two. He's, I don't even know if I really want to waste my time with a video of him, but I might do a video. But I'm going to try to keep this short and sweet. They running a campaign with a Hispanic lady who said her husband got killed in a line of duty. He was a police officer. And during a riot, they put murderer, the protesters put murderer on the wall. And she put Biden he haven't spoken up, so he's allowing this. And where's the support for her husband who died in a line of fire? She can't support Biden. Which doesn't say anything, because he didn't say anything, because Biden didn't say anything, don't mean he support what the protesters wrote. Okay? Wake up, y'all. Wake up. They using her, paid her. She walking at the end of the commercial with her daughter. What if your daughter got killed by a cop? Now what you gonna say? Now I ain't saying all cops are bad, because all cops are not bad. But there are a lot of bad cops. Okay? There are more bad cops than there are good cops. I can almost guarantee that. And then all the people that we support the badge, those are bad racist people. Very bad racist people. Because if you support the badge, let me say that again. If you support that badge that's killing innocent or unarmed people, you have a problem. You are a racist. I'll tell you that right now. I hate when I see them signs. I really do. But them signs, that's what it's saying. We support the badge. That means we support you killing. And I ain't talking about these people necessarily, the people that they stopping or harassing, or I ain't saying they're not doing anything to break the law. That's fine. See, I was going to be a cop. I went through all the training, the testing. They actually shoot, they test. They'll tell you shoot the gun 8 times in 5 seconds. If you pull it 7 times, you fail. If you pull it 9 times, you fail. You know, you got to do it exactly. You know what I mean? There's a lot of drills they go to. So, a lot of these stories and things that have been going on lately with the killings, it's a pandemic. It's a pandemic. And notice that none of these cops are really being punished. None of these cops. Okay? Like I said, it's election season. It's time to vote. Start voting. Okay? You ain't got to be a president to start putting in law that these cops start getting a death penalty when they take somebody's life that doesn't deserve it. I can see if they was in a gunfire, that rarely happens with cops. Some people say, oh, it's one of the most dangerous, it's the worst job to have or something like that, or the most dangerous job to have. I disagree. I think a lot of jobs are dangerous. I mean, that's what you sign up for. So my hat goes off, and I applaud to those good cops. I really do. I applaud those good firefighters. That's a real dangerous job. Real dangerous job. You know what I mean? So I applaud the U.S. military and soldiers and stuff like that. That's a dangerous job when you're actually getting shot at. almost all the time when you're at war. You know, I employ utility workers, like gas. Going into a place full of gas. I mean, I know a couple places blew up and people lost their family members, or people that lost been electrocuted from power lines. I mean, there's a lot of dangerous jobs out here. I know a phone company guy years ago was sitting there waiting on a call for a supervisor and got his head blew off because the drug dealers in the area thought he was an undercover cop or something. There's a lot of dangerous jobs out here. So they don't give nobody the right to kill somebody for no reason. So with that being said, this video, I wanna give respects to the family members. Let me tell you something. and like I said, wake up, because even what really caught my attention, and I've been following this not just since George Floyd, but one person I'm going to mention a lot of them, not all, but a lot. Trayvon Martin really stands out to me because the dude who killed him wasn't even a cop. Okay? He wasn't even a cop. I know y'all are like, man, this was years ago. I don't care. This is a young boy in the state of Florida. Okay? Walking with his friends, was being harassed by somebody who clearly has mental issues, because after he killed Trayvon Martin, he had some issues with his girlfriend, and he had some issues with some other situation, I think another girlfriend. But they allowed him to kill Trayvon Martin, and he had a pack of Skittles and let him get off talking about stand your ground law. Where is that? I'm confused. Somebody please help me. I'm so confused. A pack of Skittles? How are you standing your ground? You got a gun. Even if you was being beat up, you got fists. Fight back. I don't know. I can see if you're getting jumped and you was shooting to scare somebody, shot somebody in the whatever. I can see that. Accidentally shot him, whatever. But Skittles, the dude wasn't even being attacked. They let him off. Wake up, y'all. He wasn't even a cop. And they let him off free. This young man didn't even get to go to college. I don't know him personally. I don't know his plans. He didn't get to see nothing. Travel the world, nothing. There's a 12-year-old I'm gonna mention in a second. Cops killed. Man. Innocent, man. Innocent people, and they get. But I want to let y'all know. I know some of these families are still fighting. So don't let the Black Lives Movement go sour. Stay on top of it. Be aware of what's going on, because if you don't care, they won't care. This actually is a pandemic. It could be aligned with the COVID-19. I just want y'all to stay woke, okay? Stay woke. This is sad. Also, the senseless killing of black on black killing. That's, man, we gotta be better than that, man. Gotta be better than that. You know, I know we was forced over here. I know we was forced into poverty. I know we got limited resources. You know what I mean? I know we wasn't given started off with the same silver spoon as most of the white people that, is from this country. But, it's a different time. We got to change somehow. We got to be better. We got to come together. We got to divide and conquer is what they want. And it's not getting better. Wake up. It's not getting better. Fighting over, colors and you know what I mean, street corners and stuff. I mean, this materialistic stuff. Arguments. I love women. I love them. But I'm not finna kill a dude because he was sleeping with my girl. She was my girl. She let him sleep with her. I can't. Okay, that's her loss. That's other girl game. I know I'm a good dude. You was a good dude. You don't have to worry about that. I ain't saying you can't be mad about it. I'm not saying that. And I'm older, so I mean, I ain't old, but you know what I mean. I'm real mature for my age. Now, back when I was in high school, I didn't think like this. But that's why I'm making this video, to help people. Like I said, I love helping people. I'm not finna slap my girl up from, talking back to me. And then get in a fight, and we at the house, a domestic dispute. Somebody trying to steal something. My mama told me to leave. I'm not finna argue with you. I'm not gonna do that. We can have a disagreement. We can have a conversation. We can do that. If it start getting heated, I'm gonna leave. Come back. We can come with a solution. If we ain't meant to be, we ain't meant to be. But we got to do better, y'all. We got to wake up. So first, like I said, I mentioned George Floyd. Some of these names, please forgive me. If I mess it up, please forgive me. But George Floyd, he was only 46. He was only 46 years old. I think they said he was, he tried to use a counterfeit $20 bill. That's why, the police was bothering him. And it was 4 officers involved. Whatever, and choked them out. That was recently. While he was handcuffed. That's crazy. Breonna Taylor, who they still didn't arrest the officer or nothing like that. She was only 26, okay? She was asleep at her home when she was killed. Her and her boyfriend, Kenneth Walker, were sleeping when the 3 plainclothes officers arrived at their apartment to execute a search warrant in a drug case. They believed it was a break-in, and Walker called 911 and fired his licensed firearm. Taylor, who was unarmed, was shot 8 times. And they was just reassigned. That's crazy. 26 years old. This happened in 2020. They can go back to home to their family. See, start electing these politicians 8 times. Okay, like I said, they realized she wasn't unarmed. She was unarmed. 8 times is drills at the police before you get into the police academy. You gotta pass that. You can't shoot past a certain time. So they don't want no trigger happy people in there. 8 times. Okay? What's her name? Atatiana Jefferson, 28. I'm sorry about the name. Let me see if I read it better here. She was at home. This is 2019 in Miami, Florida. Let's see. Jefferson. They shot and killed her through the window of her home in the presence of her 8-year-old nephew. The police were responding to a call from a neighbor who reported the Jefferson front door had been left open. And the officer quit. He was indicted with murder charges, but how many years he get? Where he at now? Anybody heard from him? I'm sorry for messing up her name. It just, where I found it at is, they got these weird letters. Aurora Roser, she's 40. In 2014, she was at home in Michigan. Her boyfriend called 911 to ask the police to escort her out of the house because of an altercation. So there's another domestic altercation. They said she was holding a knife. Officer David fired a single shot that killed her. And he did not face any charges. And they said they equipped the officers with body cams. Let me tell you something, you guys. That's another thing. We got to stop just settling for this money. This materialistic stuff. This money. What are we going to do with it? I ain't saying like, hey, that you asked for this. No, that's not what I'm saying. I know none of us asked for a cop to kill one of our loved ones. But what else are you going to do about it? Okay, that money going to help. It's going to help a lot. But what else are you going to do about it? You going to put something into law that when the next cop who does this face jail time? Or death penalty? Because I remember when, what's his name? Arnold was the governor of California. What's it? Tukey Williams? Tukey. Y'all know Tukey. He was the gang leader. And I'm just thinking about it. It just happened a couple of years back. But he was in prison for a while, man. He was in there for a while on death row waiting. But Arnold, being the governor of California, moved his sentence up for him to be executed faster. Why? He was already waiting in there. He couldn't do nothing. What was he doing? Now, I ain't saying he didn't deserve it. I ain't saying. My thing is, if you got that much energy to deal with one of these, somebody that's already in jail, you got this much energy to force them and see them, put to death. Let's get these cops and let them get put to death. That's killing unarmed African Americans or minorities. Let's just say minorities. But it's mostly African Americans. That's why they say Black Lives Matter. And I know all lives matter. I believe in that. I'm not a racist person. I got multiple different people in my life, different nationalities, and I believe personally all lives matter, but all lives are not being affected right now. Black lives are. So back to it. I'm sorry you guys, I went on that rant, but Stephon Clark, he was 22, 2018, Sacramento, California. Oh, I remember this when he was in his grandmama's backyard, standing in his grandma's backyard. Officers said they believed Clark was holding a gun as they shot at him more than 20 times. Clark was only holding a mobile phone. Come on, y'all. The district attorney declined to file criminal charges. Clark's family reached a $2.4 million settlement with the city of Sacramento. Dude. You know this man wasn't holding no gun. Shoot 20 times. You didn't hear not one gunshot fired back 20 times? You can't tell me that's not excessive. That's all they wanted to do is kill him. Even if he was holding a gun, he was on private property. So before you start shooting, you should have told him, put down the gun, put down whatever you got. And then it said the district attorney, the DA, did not want to file criminal charges. That's against the cops, the police. Why is that? Come on, wake up, y'all. Alright, I don't know the first name. Botham. Gene. He was 26. Sorry, you guys. I'm not good at pronouncing names that well. But this happened in 2018. This was he was seated. He was on his sofa at home, eating ice cream. And this is I don't know. I know this was fresh. This went on for a while. The female cop said she thought it was her apartment. He was an intruder, a dangerous intruder, and she killed him. And she only received 10 years, and the maximum sentence available was 99 years. All right, you guys, listen. I'm just, man, listen. Can y'all please just, man, take your time, think about it. Even with this case was going on for a little bit. This was in Dallas, Texas, by the way. I don't know if I mentioned that. But Amber Geiger was the cop that actually walked in this man's house and killed him. It was rumored that they had something going on. I don't know. I wasn't there. I don't know neither one of them. But she actually stayed in the apartment upstairs from his. But for his door to be unlocked, and she knew that, for him to be sitting on a couch eating ice cream, and she just came in and shot him, how is he dangerous? Eating ice cream. Sitting there eating ice cream. How is that dangerous? All right. We're going to go to Philando, Castille. He was 32. He was 32. Sorry, you guys. Alright, he was 32. I remember this one too. He was pulled over for a traffic stop. I remember this one. It was 2016. This cop actually had a dash cam and showed everything. This was when the cops shot him after he informed the cop that he had a legal firearm. legal. His girlfriend was in the car, and her 4-year-old daughter captured the aftermath on Facebook Live. And then the officer was acquitted, and they settled for $3 million. This was in Minnesota as well. Man, listen, man, I just, it's so unbelievable to me. Every time I follow one of these stories, it's heartbreaking. It's disgusting. It's sickening. It's sickening. Just the disregard. It's like, these are the people that's supposed to serve and protect. Serve and protect. You're not serving and protect. You're not. Alton Sterling, 37. 2016. It's Baton Rouge, Louisiana. He was selling CDs and DVDs. How he was killed, let's see. He was shot by an officer 6 times. And in the video footage, the officer who shot him can be heard threatening to shoot Sterling in the head, and then after the shooting, repeated, calling him a stupid mother effer. The officer was fired. And the other officer was just suspended. I mean, but being fired, okay, dude, go get another job. You move, go get another job, probably working at Walmart somewhere, or, you know, a detective somewhere, or security guard somewhere, grocery store. I mean, she got a life somewhere. I mean, they ain't got to be, just a regular old job. You know, supporting his family. But Sterling, at 37, he ain't here no more. He can't go work and support his family no more. Which, obviously, that's what he was trying to do. Selling CDs and DVDs. Why he have to die for that? Give him a ticket, move on about your life. If that's what, I know it don't say nowhere in the law that he deserved to die for selling CDs and DVDs. Michelle Cusseasux. She was 50. I don't wanna butcher her last name. But she was at home. 4 police officers arrived, served a court order, transport to the inpatient mental health facility. She's possibly confused. Had an exchange with the officer, decided to remove her security door. Yeah, and they shot her. She died. And all that happened to the officer, the sergeant that shot her, he was demoted. It was 4 officers. It was just one 50-year-old woman. And they shot her. That was the force they thought they could use. I ain't even a police officer. And a single man. Even if I didn't work out, a 50-year-old woman, I don't care how big she is, she ran after me, towards me, I wouldn't feel threatened enough to shoot her. Even with the hammer. I mean, you're an officer. You should be able to avoid that hammer and get her under control. Put her in handcuffs, something. But you felt it was okay to kill her. I don't know. All right, Freddie Gray. He was 25, man. Young. Maryland. He was killed in the police van. They found him after they put him in the police van, dead after 45 minutes later. His spine was severed. Hands and feet had been shackled and wasn't in the seatbelt. 6 officers were charged in connection with Gray's death. 3 were acquitted and 3 had their cases dropped. The city reached a $6.4 million settlement with Gray's family. Really? That was 2015, y'all. Tanisha Fonville, 20. At home, officers Anthony. I don't even like saying their name. I mean, I know some people like to say their name so that they can Google them on Facebook. I know by this time they try to disappear from social media or whatever. They disappeared because they don't want to be found. But this was another sheriff call for distress. Call to take Fonville to a mental health facility, according to Fonville's partner, Tanisha Banks. Fonville had a knife earlier and she was worried she might harm herself. But the partner said she did not see the knife in her hands when she was shot. The officer was not charged. And this was in Charlotte, North Carolina. And it's crazy. Every time something happens, like an officer killed an unarmed African American or minority, is always, well, they might have had this. They might have always looking for something. Even go as far as, well, they had a past. We all had past. I don't care if you didn't have a criminal past. You had a past, and everybody say you had some kind of past, okay? What that got to do with today? I don't care if he had a felony yesterday. What he got to do with today? Nothing. Well, it looks like he had if somebody got a knife in his hand or a gun in his hand rather than a cell phone. Come on now, dude. If you can't tell a difference, you shouldn't be working as a police officer. Point blank. Period. And then Eric Garner. I remember this case too. Right along with next one we'll talk about. But Eric Garner, he was 43. Staten Island, New York, 2014. This one, it was, oh my goodness. But he was allegedly selling loose cigarettes, which I didn't know was a crime. I guess in New York it is. But, I mean, what's the point? You paid for them. That's like me buying my bike, buying me a bicycle, and I want to take it apart and sell the parts. I mean, bike shops does that. They sell inner tubes and stuff. So why can't somebody buy a pack of cigarettes and be like, hey, I'll sell you one for $1, 75 cents. You nickel and diamond, but it ain't, I mean, anyway, that's besides the point. It's not worth somebody losing their life over. Wake up, y'all. The officer, Daniel, held Eric in a chokehold, another chokehold. And I remember he was screaming he couldn't breathe. 11 times he said he couldn't breathe, man. 11 times. And the officer was just placed on desk duty. He didn't want to indict him, the grand jury. But they reached a $5.9 million lawsuit. Come on, man. Akai Gurley. He was 28. Brooklyn, New York, 2014. Walking down the stairs in the building where he lived, police officer Peter Lane and his partner were conducting a vertical patrol in the housing projects. Oh yeah, he entered in the stairwell and fired his weapon. The bullet bounced off a wall and killed Gurley. Let me tell you something. Lang was fired. He was convicted of manslaughter and official misconduct in 2016. He was sentenced to 5 years probation and community service. Dude, this is what I'm saying. 5 years probation. That's it? That's all you get? 5 years? Gabriella, Nevarez, Nevarez. I'm sorry if I butchered the name. 22 years old. 2014 in Sacramento, California, and she was driving. They asked her to pull over. She rammed into a patrol car, and they opened fire on her car. And they was just put on administrative leave. I mean, I ain't saying that was right. I don't know the procedure with that one, because I know a car is perceived as a deadly weapon, and we have a lot of accidents with cars. That's, you know what I mean? That's a lot of killing and stuff like that. So I don't know the procedure behind that one, how that should have been handled. Maybe shot her tires out. But shooting to kill, I don't know. No. Maybe shoot her tires out and pull her out of there and arrest her. That's more like, sound like justice to me. But Tamir Rice, he was 12. That was the 12-year I was talking about. Playing with a toy gun in a park. After they killed him, after 2 minutes of arriving at the park, they tackled his 14-year-old sister, Taja, to the ground, handcuffed her, and put her in the back of a police car. It took 4 minutes for officers to administer first aid to Rice. He died in the hospital the following day. The officer was suspended for 10 days. 10 days. This was in Cleveland, Ohio. And then they settled with the family for a civil lawsuit for $6 million. But then the officer was later fired for discrepancies on his job application. Now, he wasn't, I don't even care about him getting fired. He needs to die. Now, I don't believe that man should take life, be in control of, when somebody died or not. But in this case, I think these police officers who are given weapons to protect but use them in the opposite way should lose their life. Michael Brown, that's what I was going to talk about. 18. I remember this case. Walking. It's recorded. Walking with a friend. A white police officer confronted Brown and his friend. A scuffle. Yeah, it was Darren Wilson. Shot and killed Brown. Wilson said he acted in self-defense. No charges were brought. Wilson resigned from the Ferguson Police Department. This is in Missouri. So, basically, they saying it was a scuffle that broke out. I remember seeing the video. I don't remember a scuffle, but either way, I remember him walking in the street. I guess he was supposed to have stole something from a corner store, the bodega, whatever you want to call it. And they shot him. 18 years old, y'all. Wake up. Tanisha Anderson, 37. 2014, another Cleveland, Ohio. Family called 911 to help because Tanisha, who was bipolar, was restless and trying to leave the house. Like, you calling somebody to help somebody. That's kind of just like the one in Kenosha here recently. Jacob Blake, he was only called there to help. Then the officers were called there to help. Why does somebody gotta die? You're supposed to be over there to help. I can see if it's a shootout, but it wasn't none of that. But this person had some kind of mental issues. You know what I mean? So they don't want her to harm herself, but instead you come over there and kill her? They gave her the family 2.25 million. So $2.25 million wrongful death lawsuit. He only got a written warning. Man, I know I didn't list all or everybody. Sorry for the names that I did mess up, you guys. I'm just saying, wake up. This is actually a pandemic. Get out here and vote. Vote for these politicians. They ain't got to be presidents. They ain't got to be, if they're a politician, don't listen to what they just saying or talking about. See who actually putting this into action. If you're tired of losing your loved ones, your family members, friends, to this nonsense, this police brutality, that's all it is. That's all it is. You give a man a gun, he feel like he got power. Feel like he got power. Feel like he can do anything. That's not power. That's not why you became a cop. You took an oath. You sworn to protect and serve. You tired of this? Start voting for these politicians who's going to change it. Not talk about change it, who's going to actually change it. You guys. And my heart goes out to these families, and I know some of you mothers that lost your kids so young and wives are still fighting with this movement. My hearts go out to y'all, and may the ones that lost their lives, may they rest peacefully in heaven. And like I said, you guys, stand behind it. Black Lives Matter. Stand behind it and wake up. I will continue to release these videos. Like I said, if this don't help you at all, send it to somebody that it may help. You know what I mean? Send it to somebody, because a message need to go somewhere. It need to start somewhere. And I tell you right now, it's only getting worse. You thought after the first one, maybe the second one, it would have got better. Not at all. See that face? Not at all. It's kind of face it make me feel. It's not getting better. It's getting worse. That's why it's a pandemic. But nobody ain't gonna call it a pandemic. No. They'll bring something up. They'll let you talk about it for like a week or two, maybe even a month. But then they bring up something that'll distract it, trying to make you get it out your mind. And that's only for the rest of the public, because like I said, it's that divide and conquer. The family's still dealing with it. The families, they got memories, pictures living around the house, birthdays coming around. You know what I mean? It just everyday people who, you know. I don't forget, because stuff like that bothers me. Like I said, I like to help people. You know what I mean? I'm a people person. So, just to hear, and I got little boys. It could be me. You know what I mean? It could be my sister, my mom. You know, I got family and friends. You know, it's sad enough we face different sicknesses and illness, and we lose our family members. Now we got to worry about, you know, going to the grocery store and not returning home. One of our loved ones or friends or family members not returning home because of police brutality. Come on, y'all, wake up. Hey, until next time, share some love with somebody. Peace, happiness. Hey, and I love y'all. Until next time. And I will release another video soon. It might even be right after this one. So I'm just gonna add this one, drop this one, start live streaming once I start getting some. I got a lot going on, like I said, you guys. At the beginning of the video, I know this is a long video, but I had to do something to get this off my chest for these fallen victims of police brutality. But like I said, I got a lot of blessings that came my way. I've been, man, it's and I still work a full-time job, got my kids, you know, doing my other stuff on the side. This stuff right here, I'm just doing because I like to talk to people. I like to help somebody. I don't care if it's just one person I'm helping. As you see right now, I don't really have a lot of followers, which is fine. I'm hoping that even with one person telling somebody else, like if I follow somebody or I watch somebody else videos, I learn something from it, and then I go talk to my sister about it, or I go talk to one of my guys about it, or I go like, hey, I learned this today. So that's my thoughts and how I want to start doing stuff, sharing, you know, my messages. I know I said that in one of my earlier videos, so I don't want to keep on rambling with y'all because I'm at work. Have a good rest of the morning. Love you guys. Go tell somebody you love them. Until next time. Hey, you guys, don't forget to subscribe. Comment below. I want to hear what you think. I really want to hear what you think about this matter here, this pandemic here. So comment below. Don't forget to hit the add, subscribe, and hit that bell so you can get notifications for all the upcoming videos, the next videos. Whenever I start doing a live stream, this is all new to me. I'll try to keep it coming because, like I said, I got a lot of information to share. I want to help people. It won't all be this, like I said, this content be some of the previous on the channel, relationship goals and godly inspiration stuff. But even with this, man, for for the families that lost their loved ones. You know, just keep praying. I hope that, I know it's easier said than done, but hope you building up enough strength to get over your loss. But love you guys. Got love for me. Shouts out to wherever you at in the world. Like I said, I want to hear your comments. And I'll talk to you guys later.